Hello guys and welcome back to our Craze. So today I shall be unboxing and giving you guys an overview of a mobile holder. Yes, I know it's not something great thing to unbox and giving you guys an overview or a review, but guys, it's a very important accessory for your motorcycle as well as your mobile. So without any further delay, let's get started with the video and I'll be explaining you guys on how to choose a mobile holder and is it wise enough to spend a good amount of money on a mobile holder. So let's get started. So guys, I would like to start the video with my personal experience with mobile holder. Now back in those days, RAM mobile holders was something which was booming around the market, and I felt that it was a niche product because it was priced for around 4,500 to 5,000 rupees, and I felt that they priced it so much only for the brand, which was completely wrong because it was designed in a very good manner and it was a very safe mobile holder. Now there were many copies and many generic products of RAM mobile holders, and I was a victim who went and purchased one of the generic copy of the RAM mobile holder which looked similar to it for around 750 to 800 rupees. Now yes, they did not brand RAM or anything on it, but it was just no brand, it was just a mobile holder which looked like the RAM's mobile holder. Now this was a good deal for 800 rupees. Now 3 to 4 months it was doing a very great job. I used to go on long rides, like sometimes on the highways when I hit 120 or 130 kilometers per hour mark, which I don't recommend you guys should do. The mobile was pretty much sturdy and I was very much happy for it. But after like 3 to 4 months, the 5th month or something, I was cruising and 60 to 70 kilometers per hour on a flyover and boom, my mobile went flying and it fell on the ground, display shattered. I had to shell out 6,000 rupees in order to replace my display. At least at that point of time, I should have realized that I should invest on a RAM mobile holder after repairing my mobile. But no, because I thought that it was my mistake. I had not placed the mobile properly on the mobile holder, because when I used to cruise at around 120 130, as I told you guys before, the mobile was pretty much sturdy and there was nothing wrong and it was pretty much sturdy at that speed. So I thought it was basically my mistake and I continued using the same mobile holder, and 15 days passed of that incident when I was in a bumper to bumper traffic. Luckily the mobile holder's clamp just cracked and fell on the motorcycle. So luckily I managed to catch the mobile. Nothing happened to the mobile, nor the motorcycle, nor me. So this was the time I realized that I need a new mobile holder. So I went on the internet, searched for many mobile holders, and finally decided on one mobile holder by Bobo, the Bobo Jaw Grip mobile holder. So I went ahead and ordered one, and finally the product is here. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So I told you guys the story because it's very important to invest a good amount of money on a mobile holder instead of investing it on a cheap or a very fragile mobile holder and then spending a lot of money in order to repair your mobile. So this was why I told you guys the story. If I bore you guys, I'm extremely sorry regarding that, but I thought it will be a very informative video. So now let's go ahead and unbox this mobile holder and see what we get inside this. So now let's get started with the unboxing. So guys, this is how the product is, and you get a note from Bobo. They tell a thank you for your order with your name. I mean, this is kind of cute. I liked it, but yeah, let's save this. I'll just keep this aside. And it's a very simple boxing. In fact, I ordered the red color one in order to match my motorcycle because that's also red. I don't know how well it's gonna look, but let's see. Now what they tell on the box is it's a 360-degree rotation, and you get a universal fit for all kind of mobiles, and it's a waterproof plug for the mobile holder, and you have a Qualcomm quick charger which is 3.0, and it's universal for 4 to 6.5 inch screen phones only, and you get a 1-year warranty, which is something great. And is the same on the other side? No, you in fact get a rear view mirror mount because most of the motorcycles don't have a provision for mobile holder on the handlebar, and you get a metal buckle as well as a main unit. So that's pretty much it. So let's unbox and see what we have inside this box. So again, inside this you get their VIP club or something, 6 months warranty, 500 joining bonus, exclusive offers up to 70%, and you get a customer care, which is pretty much good for a mobile holder, guys. Come on, that's something great. Now this is the clamp for your mirror. So if you have a mirror, and you can use it for it to attach, because most of the mobiles don't get a most of the motorcycles don't get a mobile holder accessory adapter or something as such. And this is the buckle adapter, and here is the main unit, the mobile holder. So seems to be pretty good. The build quality seems to be pretty much good. And by the way guys, this mobile holder is priced around 1799, and your first order you get around 10% of discount. Do check their website, I'll be dropping down a link. So they have their branding again out here, and it tells USB charging, and here is the USB charging port. So I shall be connecting this onto my bike, because they pretty much assure you that this is a very safe mobile holder which has a charging adapter. And the good thing is that you get zip tags as well along with the box, which is something good for just an item price for 1799 rupees. So now let's go ahead and install this on my bike. So here she is. She's been sitting around in my garage on a paddock stand for almost 2 weeks. Has not used her for 2 weeks. There's a layer of dust on her, but never mind. And this was a place where my previous mobile holder was installed. This screw, as you guys can see, that's where my previous mobile holder was installed. So I'll be installing on the same spot. So let's get started with the work. So guys, in order to install this mobile holder, you don't need any complicated tools. A simple set of wrenches would do. In my case, I have this complete 1x4 socket wrench set. So I'll be utilizing this in order to install. It's not necessary you need such complex tools. Basic hand tool wrenches would pretty much do in order to install this mobile holder. So guys, I just realized you get an Allen key which is compatible with this mobile holder with an extra set of fuse for the charger thing. So there's something great. These kind of special touches kind of impress me. So let's go ahead and install it. So after a lot of struggle and effort, I finally installed the mobile holder. Now previously I thought I'll install the mobile holder on this second bolt which is located here, but unfortunately that bolt was too small and it was going inside the clamp, and I figured out another bolt which is kind of suitable for the clamp, and it's here. So this took a lot of time for me because I didn't plan before. So planning is very important. So plan before you install so that you skip all this kind of trial and errors, and it'll be easier for you to install. So finally I installed it on this bolt, and it's pretty much sturdy, doesn't move. And this is how the mobile holder looks. Now I can angle it the way I want. It's 360-degree rotatable, and there's a clamp, there's a screw-on type of thing here which you can tighten the mobile holder. I'll just try focusing the camera. Yeah, this one. Now behind the camera is a rubberized switch, which is in order to turn on or off the charger, and the charger port is located down here. Now it has a rubber booting. So once you remove the rubber boot, you can see the charger here. So you connect your USB charger or a Type-C charger, and you can connect your mobile. Now the wiring was another pain for me because I was new to this, and I finally figured it out. So I ran the wire with the factory wires here. As you guys can see with this wiring harness, my wires here. I'll just move on the other side of the bike to show you guys a clear picture. So yeah. So the wire comes all the way here. I've removed this panel in order to hide the wires behind the panel, and it goes, as you guys can see, there's a wire out there. It goes all the way down, and I just zip tied it with the help of a zip tie here. I have to cut this later. Now it goes inside, and there's a provision for the brake lines here for the battery, where the battery is. So it goes here, and the brake lines go to the master cylinder, and I got the wire to the battery location, and I connected the negative terminal here and the positive terminal there. So this was actually a pretty easy job. It's a DIY, but I did not plan it prior. So there was a lot of trial and error, and it took a lot of time. So top tip is that please plan before you install so that it makes your job way easy. Now let's get on to the bike and see how the mobile holder performs. So guys, now let's get started with the testing. I've installed the mobile holder. So I've shown you guys how I installed. I previously thought I installed here, but then it wasn't compatible. So I changed the positions. Now in fact I like this position. So I have my mobile here. Let me just slot that in. and you have to tighten it. In fact, it's better that I remove my gloves and tighten it so that I can snap fit it inside the mobile holder. I'm so sorry if there's a lot of background noise. It's because there's a lot of traffic out here on the outer ring road. Now, the reason why I chose the outer ring road is because I can test this mobile holder at a pretty good speed and check its stability as well. So now let's get started. So I'm sure there's so many videos out on the YouTube showing that Bobo game mobile holders are too good and so many other things. But I personally wanted to test it and give my frank opinion because I found that few are paid promotions. So I thought let's give a frank opinion. So I went ahead and purchased this myself and I installed it in order to give a frank opinion on this. So as you guys can see, I'm doing like 80, 82, which is not at all recommended on these roads, and I don't recommend or advise you guys to do such high speeds on these kind of roads because the speed limit is 60. So I'm just doing it for the test purpose. And I don't know whether the mic can capture, but it's too windy out here. And last time why my mobile went flying was because the wind pushed it away from the mobile holder. But seeing the design of this, I was pretty much skeptical whether this will hold the mobile. But yes, it's doing a pretty good job. As you guys can see, it's pretty much sturdy. But let's not come to the conclusion right now. Let's test it on different road conditions in order to test the strength or the stability of this mobile holder. Most of the mobile holders are kind of standard. They come in black color, but mobile holders kind of give you different colors. If I'm not wrong, there's red, silver, blue, and black. So I bought red in order to match my bike. So I basically wanted mainly to test it on a flyover because my previous experience was a horrible experience and it took place on a flyover because those flyovers have a joints and that's where the maximum impact takes place to the bike. It's more like a pothole. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Pretty much impressed. Not bad. I'm not telling it's extremely great because there's a good amount of vibration as well, as you guys can see. So it's not that great as well, but it's holding the mobile pretty well. Let's test it out again. And yeah, that was a pretty good impact, and I did not see any kind of vibration at that point of time. I'm searching for some kind of potholes nearby so that I can. Okay, sorry bike, but I have to test this out. Not bad, to be frank. They kept up their promise that it will make sure they'll hold the mobile pretty well. I'll try taking the service road because service roads are meant for potholes. Let's see if I can find any on this road. And guys, I tried out the charger. Unfortunately, I don't have the cable right now to show you guys on the video, but the charging is pretty much fast. It's just like your mobile Qualcomm charger which you get with your mobile. And if your mobile supports fast charger, this does a great job. And guys, please, I don't recommend you guys to do good amount of speeds on these kind of roads because especially in Bangalore, you don't know when which person will move at which direction without any indication. So I'm taking a risk in order to just show you guys the capability of this mobile holder. Yes, that was a good amount of impact, and it's pretty much standing by even at good amount of speeds as well as a good amount of impact. But you should make sure that this screw is tight. Now tightening this screw with gloves is a pain, and I'm sure it doesn't tighten as much as you do with the bare hands because you know this leather kind of hinders a bit. But it's just a matter of seconds. You take out your gloves and then you tighten this. It does a pretty good job. I mean, it holds it pretty much sturdy, as you guys can see. And the best part is, though this is strong, I have the option of maneuvering this, and that's a good option which I find because usually when it's a bright sunny day, you need to angle the mobile in such a way that you could see the mobile. And I use a mobile holder only for maths purpose and nothing else. I mean, it's not advisable to talk while riding. In fact, it's not legal to talk on phone while riding. So let me just try pushing it down on this. That was pretty hard and it kept up pretty well. I'll try it out once more on this flyover. In fact, I feel sad I'm abusing my bike in order to test this mobile holder, but it's fine. Until unless it's informative for most of the viewers, I'm happy to do so. So now coming to the conclusion, guys, since I tested this out pretty rigorously, not only now but before the shoot also, I took it for a spin, but I forgot to record it, and that was a more intense kind of testing, and it did a very good job. But yeah, I knew everything does a good job, but I don't know how well it do on the long run. But considering the assurance which is given by Bobo guys, I'm sure they have tested this out in a way rigorous manner than I did now, and they give a warranty of around 6 months for the charger and 1 year for the holder, which is a pretty good thing. You're paying $1,600 and you're getting warranty with it, which is a good thing to hear. And they promise that it's completely watertight. I mean, the charger port as well as the switch also has a rubber kind of coating over it so that it's watertight. And now coming to the disadvantages which I did not like is, usually in the RAM mobile holder you just clip it down like this and you can insert your mobile, whereas in this you have to put it down, you gotta screw it. It's a bit of time consuming, but yeah, considering the safety on how well it captures the mobile, it hardly takes 5 to 10 seconds and it's worth doing it. But more the ease it is, the more better it is. But this is completely fine. Now the second disadvantage which I have is there's no lighting around the charger port, which you usually get with other mobile holders, which indicates whether the mobile holder, I mean the charger, is on or off. Now another thing is that since it's directly connected to the mobile holder, even if the bike's ignition is turned off, if someone switches on the switch, the current will be running and that might drain your battery. But I got in touch with the Bobo customer care and they told me that if your USB cable or if your cable is not connected, then there will be no drain of battery because you have some kind of current protection, whatever you call it. I'm not sure about it, but again, that's a good touch because these Chinese generic products kind of don't get all that. They just concentrate on price and poor material qualities. And when I unbox this, I'm sure you guys would have seen this here, the red color plastic kind of thing. So I was wondering, like an ABS, I'm not sure whether it's ABS or plastic, I guess it's ABS. So I was wondering, this ABS material will be pretty sturdy or will it break easily? But the quality of materials used is actually pretty good, pretty much impressive for the price point. So guys, this was pretty much my review on this Bobo mobile gear holder. I recommend the jaw grip more than the claw grip because I felt that this is a better option and I went ahead and purchased. Now my personal opinion on this, it does a great job and it's worth investing around 1,600 rupees on a mobile holder, because losing the mobile is gonna be a huge pain. As I told you guys, you're gonna spend a lot of money by repairing the mobile. Instead spend 1,600, 1,700 and get a good mobile holder like this. Now I'm pretty much happy with this, but I'll see, I cannot jump into the conclusion. I'll try using, I will be using this for a long period of time and see how well this perform. And if I get a good amount of views and support for this video, I for sure will be making a long-term review. And as I told before, this isn't a great unboxing or a review thing, guys. I wanted this to be a very informative video, so I did this video. And if you guys like this video, please consider hitting that like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe, stay notified. More interesting videos coming out soon. And if you have any queries or suggestions, just comment down in the comment section and make sure to reply to it. And those of you guys who want to purchase this, the link is down in the description. See you guys in the next video.